Tommy, just give us a player's perspective on the nightmare before Christmas that was the Morecambe game.
Difficult one to take, being part of the game. We went away and really looked into each other and said, obviously that wasn't good enough, but usually it falls back on the basics, and it was this case in this game as well. So, it's the conditions today haven't been the best for training for us, but we've just really sort of focused and internalised ourselves on that game at Morecambe and remembered, what we sort of didn't get right in that game, and we really need to make sure, this is something that we get right, and it's the basics, and it always will be, and yeah, that's where we're at with it.
I know there's a lot of injuries at the minute, but there was a decent first 11 out on the day. Was it quite out of character, do you feel, with a lot of the things we've seen this season?
Yeah, definitely, because I think in the first half there was chances for both sides, but knowing how Morecambe play and the way they are sort of really good in that transition phase where they break fast and they've got lots of legs, we had a game plan to prevent them from chances, and the openness of the game didn't help us at all, and we have to take them chances. It's been a case for sort of the last 2 or 3 games now, especially looking at the Accrington game. There's chances there to be had where you can come away with 3 points, but the Morecambe game was a strange one. Obviously more disappointed obviously for the fans. There was a great return in terms of the support. We felt that, and after the game it was disappointing walking over there, but again, I always think that it's football. You can react in the right way, and the fans always be there for you when you react the right way. So we're all obviously focused now. We have an opportunity to right that wrong, and it comes very soon on Friday.
I know it's one of those where you'll want to react quickly, but is this one of those results that you'll kind of have in mind for the rest of the season, that, look, we're not doing this again, this isn't happening again?
Yeah, nobody wants to lose by that margin. No one wants to lose in general. But the worrying thing was the performance, and over the whole of the however many games now it's been, that we've really been putting performances together, and then obviously results are few and far between, but we need to make sure the performance is always up there. So that's the worrying thing, is so far away from what we usually are, but again, the training and the attention that's been, the detail that we've been putting over the last 3 or 4 days has been really good and really positive. So I'm excited now for tomorrow, and I know the players are, I know the rest of the lads are, so it's an opportunity. It's in front of everyone that we want to go and show that we can make it right, and it comes very fast. So that's what football's all about around this period of time.
Yeah, festive time, Yorkshire derby. It's what this time of year should all be about, isn't it?
Yeah, historically, this game's been a huge fixture for us. Definitely over the last 2 seasons, it's something that the fans have looked at, but the players have looked at and gone, this is one where 2 teams are really going for it. So, I'm sure it'll live up to the bill. But collectively now, we're coming back off a loss. And we've got a job to do for ourselves. We know what's at stake and where we want to go, and we want to put on a good performance and get the right results. So yeah, it's still an exciting time though. There's a lot of games to be played, so I'm sure the fans are excited for it as we are, and we can go on a run now, string some good performances together and get some good results.
Because generally, clearly you've worked with Grant before, you're back with him this season, things appear to be, as a club, moving in a much better direction. Is that how it feels?
Absolutely, and one thing that we always have done under the manager is react the right way. There's been cases where we've lost 3 and 4-0, in League One, and they've been hard to take. The nature of the way we go after the ball, we press hard, but we always came back with the right performance from that game. So it's something that I have in my mind that I've been sort of quietly speaking to the lads about and saying, there's an opportunity to react and respond in the right way, and I've seen it firsthand, so I know what can be done. And the gaffers also mentioned that, and Cliff, and I think the players know that the way we train, the intensity and what we expect in training, that we're expecting a reaction, and this is the first chance now to show it really.
I know you're 19th in the table right now, but you're closer to the top 7 than the bottom 2. Do you still feel that there's a really good opportunity this year to have a real crack at that top end of the division?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's difficult when for me to say this coming off the back of a big loss. But you know what this league's like. You've seen teams regularly now have gone and strung 3-4 wins on the bounce, and you can change positions quite quickly. So we'll always have that in our mind. We have our individual targets where we want to hit, and obviously that starts on Friday now. Can we go and start that run going? It takes one game, and it takes one performance really, because we're sort of need igniting now, and we need to get going. Like you say, we always believe we can, but there's time's running out, so players really need to start taking responsibility and get that first one, and then stay consistent. The gaffer said it all season. It's that we've managed to get that reaction, and we've also managed to get wins all over the season, but we just can't get a consistent run of wins. And I know that's when we do get that, it'll be interesting to see how this group goes, because I think we're all waiting for it, and we can't be waiting. We've all got to act on it and take it by the scruff and deliver really.
Changing tacks a little bit, Tommy, it's about your 300th Christmas as a professional footballer now. You looking forward to it?
Yes. Yeah, I do. You do. And, I think the older you get, the more you do appreciate it. Especially now at this time with our squad, with the injuries that we've got, and we've got players that are going to not be taking part in it this season. So for me, this is something that I'm relishing really, and being out there in the training ground, sort of trying to get around the lads and giving my energy as I always do is so important right now, because this group needs to stay as fit and strong as possible for the games coming up. So I'm loving it as normal, and hopefully Friday will be the start of that, and momentum will pick up and positivity will pick up in the area, and it's going to be a good Christmas for us all.
Are you getting ready to the point though, Tommy, where you're looking at other people and thinking, Christmas Day, I could just be sat there and stuffing my face and enjoying it a bit more with the family, or are you ready for a few more of these intense Christmases to come?
Yeah, no, that's not me at all. It's nice, the idea of sort of the relaxation that a lot of people get. I get that. But sort of the higher standards that I've set myself throughout my career, it'd be hard for me just to come down from my career and just accept that. So family will have to put up with me being grumpy around this time of the year for a little bit longer. But I think it's the way I am. They know how I'm wired. They enjoy it. It's good for them to share the moments that we do get in between Christmas, because that's still important as well. It's a family time. So in the rest, we have to make sure it's right with our family. All us footballers have that same job to do. But then we go out there, we have to perform, we have to be professional, and we have to do the right things. And it's a tough act to follow, but it's been done. And I'm just looking forward to Friday now. And again, the main reason for that is just to kickstart us and to have a good Christmas.
What's on your Christmas list, Tommy? What you want this year? I know I've found it increasingly difficult to come up with present ideas the older I've got.
Yeah, I think my favourite present is a broken drumstick. You just can't beat it.
Classic.
No, I've not asked for anything this Christmas. Obviously, kids are just crazy with present requests. My youngest, but I've always generally really wanted books, whatever it is. On, it's an easy one, and or vouchers. So whatever they decide this year.
Is that for the schoolwork away from the football, Tommy? I imagine that's progressing and keeping you busy as well as you look ahead to whatever comes in the future.
Yeah, it's something, like I said, we've had conversations before. It's something I've always sort of just picked up a book and read different things. So I like to keep that going, in my downtime. So the kids know that, and my wife knows that. So I'll have my wish list ready, and they can just go out and get it for me.
What are you reading at the minute?
Well, I'm doing a lot of coaching at the minute, so it's through different autobiographies of coaches, and as you go through that, you start looking at different books and formations and stuff, and it's just interesting, isn't it? Anything really that is on the matter that I can get value from, I will do. So they know what I'm looking for.
Good. Glad to hear it. Just finally, have you had the Christmas party yet, or was that put on hold after last weekend?
No, I mean, in terms of Christmas parties here, we usually have a Christmas dinner with the whole staff across the club. It's really good, you know, what the girls and all staff put on for the players, and we come in Christmas jumpers, and we, you know, it's a great show of support for each other. And you know, this is what I always talk about this football club championing, really, is that sort of collective spirit across the whole of the club. It's not just the players and the training ground staff. We really get behind each other and support each other over this period. You know, this is a really busy period for the club, the media team, and there's a lot of things going. We've got Christmas visits for the schools coming up. We've done a lot of school visits with the local primary schools with the players. So it's not just the football that sort of is in full view. It's everything else is for the lads to focus on. It's a busy period all round. So this is when we need to focus. This is when we need to sort of be one and go into it sort of tunnel vision, knowing that, you know, performances are key for us, and we're performing on many different levels, but we need to get it right on the pitch first and foremost.